Hey everyone, thanks for joining us again here at Action Sci-Fi Fantasy Creators Lounge. I am your host, Barry Gaines of Gaines Entertainment, and the writer and director and editor of the hit series A World of Worlds that you can see on Amazon and Google Play. But today I have my star from my series, Daphnee Bless Avril, with me. Daph, how are you, girl?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Barry, for having me.
Thanks.
It's always a pleasure being here with you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Franco. Yes! Let me properly introduce myself. My name is Sophia Hayden, Army Commander of the City of Merce. Your city, sire.
Thanks, Gerald. So listen, you know what? I know we're doing this interview thing, and people have seen you for a while now and different things. And of course, in our series, A World of Worlds, and then, they don't really see you talk or just kind of talk about yourself and how you got into the game and how the industry works for you and what you feel, what you got out of it, and what you're getting out of it. So the first thing I want to ask you is where you started. Like, how did you start this whole thing? Like, where it come from?
Um, I actually started in kindergarten because back home we start kindergarten at 3 years old, so I started at 4. They just put me on a play. I started on stage and theater. I was in Catholic school and they had that play, and they just felt like they should put me in it. And after that, I kind of liked it, and I started doing it around in my house, everywhere. And people started to think that, hey, and say to me, hey, you have something for this. You should do this. And they started to put me in more and more and more plays. And then in church, I used to be in the choir. And they found out that I could act. And then they started to make me act and sing. I was doing musical and church, going and do like graduations and different kind of events with the church members, and also the priest, priest graduation and all that. And when I was in high school, I was in another play, and that when also they shot it a movie when I was in high school. So I went to college and really completely forgot about it. And they say, hey, let's make a movie for the college, to talk about people, kids in the school and stuff like that. People who come to college, if people who have to come from other country to the college and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, no problem. And that's how we did that. We did that movie, and it came out amazing. And everybody liked it, and everybody were like, I don't know why you're not even acting, why you don't do that, because you have something for it. And I came here into this to this country, and everybody always like try to audition me, like do an audition, like just by meeting me at the store. Somebody wanted me to be Miss America.
Oh yeah, damn. I'm still thinking
Yes,
it.
and yeah, so I started to think about it, and I said, yeah, this is what I really like. This is one thing when I do, I don't feel like I'm really forcing myself to do it. I don't have to kill myself. But the problem is, Caribbean parents, they don't expect you to be actress or a singer.
Mm.
They expect you to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer.
You
So I had to work towards my culture dream, versus my dream. So that's how I became a nurse, and I was working to become a doctor. And I felt like, what, I can do it, but is it really what I want to do? That's not even like 50% of what I want to do. And that's how I, went back into acting and was focused on it. I really love business, so kind of like more, doing business, doing acting. And I decided to like focus more on my acting, because I feel like I find myself when I act. you know. And like I told you before, I really like doing the sci-fi because it feels different. It feels more like I have to think of something. You understand? Doing something extra.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
got
the
to think
training and all
about
that.
right.
When you have to do all this fight and learn these choreographies, it's like you are on stage. You know, you have to remember this movement when you gotta go down and up. And that's what I love about being, you know, in the sci-fi, and I find myself doing it. I love it. It's so hard for me to even choose another job if it's not gonna be like something that's as exciting.
But what do you find different? Like when you go into like say a set like a drama, because they're all good. I mean, everyone has their skill set and everything has their thing. But
Yeah.
when you go into like, you know, like say a drama, and then you go into a sci-fi set, what do you find like the biggest difference between them, just being on those two different types of sets?
You know, I like drama because it feels like a everyday life, you know, but if you're really looking for adventure, if you're really looking for something fun, you know, sci-fi is the way to go, because it's fun to watch the other actors acting, and it's fun when you're doing it, you know, because getting in character is very easy. I get in character from the moment I get on set.
Well, you know, when you're thinking about that, how do you prep? Is there like, do you have a thing when you prep? You know, everyone has like, you know, little quirks. What do you do to prep? So if someone says, "Hey, how do you prep? What should I do?"
Actually, I do nothing to get ready. I really do nothing because it's easy for me to get, you know, to get in character, because in my culture we mimic everybody. Like you can come here and you talk, and then after you go like, look at this, and then we do your voice and we act like, you know. That's why one thing I like is working with good actors. You know, working with actors who come on set ready. And I love every single one in A Wall of Walls because of that. Because they are always ready. You know, they're ready to go. They don't mess up. Okay. So I really like that.
Because what do you find, like when you see a group of people that you have to work with, what do you look for? Like before you even say yes, I'm going to work with these people. Like, yeah, what are like the characteristics that you say, you know what, that's what I need around me in order for me to say yes to this?
If I tell you something that happened to me recently, it'll be funny.
Yeah, sure.
Because I have my agent and she offered me a job. I didn't, because I've been turning down so many of them. And that day I felt so bad and I said yes. So I went on set, and when I got there, these people did not treat us good. Not at all. So it's like the food was like, I mean, cheap food. You know, Barry, I don't go with the cheap food. I'm not gonna go on the greasy food. Thank you very much. Keep it for yourself. So very cheap food and all that. And I felt like they didn't really treat us good. And at the end, I told them straightforward, like, this is not how you treat people. You know, and I told my agent, I don't want to work for them. But the other thing is, I stopped working with that agent because I feel like she should have screened out people first before she even sent me there.
And that's a good thing. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So I had a headache because these people didn't feed us on time. Okay. And it was a bad experience. And I told them, hey, you know what? This is not how you treat people. This is hilarious. This is bad. You don't just let people sit here for like 6 hours and not eating and stuff like that. And when you finally bring the food, you bring a dry fried chicken.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that's one thing. I would not work with that kind of people. My health first. Okay?
No, absolutely.
Money second.
You know, some places just don't understand that, you know, the actors and stuff are not cattle. I think a lot of times you get that impression as if, you know, the actors are pretty much on the downside, like, well, you know, we just need them to do this, they just do what we say. And it's kind of like, you don't understand, they're still human beings. They didn't come out the womb just on the set. You know, and these people went through lives, you know, they went through school, they decided to get into the industry because they want to. And I think sometimes they forget that, you know, you're human, obviously, you're not freaking animals. So, you know
But
what,
not
when you
only
have,
that, Barry,
yeah, exactly.
you want the best of that actor, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And you want to treat her, you want to treat the actor the best so they can give the best of themselves. You know,
Yeah,
if you make them mad, they're definitely not going to give you the best of themselves.
right, because they're in front. Remember, everyone watches them. They don't watch the director. They don't watch the DP. They watch them. So they
Yes.
got to make sure that they are okay. And once directors and producers out there understand that more than anything else, they'll understand that okay, make sure those guys are the happiest because we don't have a movie without them. We'll just be filming air or just filming a wall. So you know, but you're right. I mean, when that happens for anybody that gets in the industry, make sure that wherever they go to, they treat you right. If not, you bounce because trust me, you are important as an actor. No, definitely, definitely. Now you said too that, you know, you said you're a singer, you know, you've been singing for a while and everything. Do you still sing?
Yes, I still sing.
No?
Actually, I was working into going to South by Southwest when the old shutdown, you know,
Yeah,
happened.
the virus, yeah.
And I was getting ready to go to BET Award. You know, everything shut down, and until now we still don't know when they're gonna do them. So what I'm right now, I'm getting ready. Georgia opens today,
I know. It's all over.
and yeah. So I'm not ready to get out, but by next month I'm gonna start promoting myself differently. So I'm gonna take my dancers, of course, that I'm gonna be paying them for their time, and we're gonna just do like some pop-up shows. Like we would pop up in like a mall, and we do like a show. We leave like shirts and stuff like that, you know, like informations how to get to my Instagram and my, you know, like all my social medias, and go listen to my songs and stuff like that. I will be putting my songs in all the platforms where people can listen to them, and that's what I'm gonna do.
And what is your website right now?
My website is avrilblessmusic.com.
That's AVRIL music.
No,
No,
AVRIL bless.
Bless, right. BLESS. All right.
Yes.
Yes.
Music.com.
Music.com. Music.com. Cool. So
Yeah.
as long as we got that down, yeah, that's good. So I mean, you guys want to see anything about her, updates, all that stuff, you go there. No, that's good. No, that's really good. Now, think about it. All the stuff that you went through and all the stuff you're going through, if somebody want to get into like just want to get into the game, say for example, they they really want to kind of make an action sci-fi fantasy film, almost any film, but in particular this one, like they say, yeah, I want to do a film, but I really like the sci-fi fantasy thing, and they want to get into the game. What advice would you give any actor or actress really, um, before they get into that genre?
I think to me it's very important to train yourself. You have to be very active because you're gonna get hurt if you're not active, even though you look good. Some people are young and just naturally have the body. So don't think you can just jump into it. You're gonna get hurt. You have to train yourself. You have to learn the movement. If you can take a class, a boxing class or a parkour class, so you can do the right thing. It's always a way to go. Train yourself all the time.
What
Go to
about
the
what about
gym.
like preparations like food?
For food, you're always gonna eat healthy. Doesn't matter if you're gonna be in sci-fi or anything. You gotta eat healthy. You have to always eat healthy.
Well, I had an interview with one of your partners, Desiree, playing Chip, and she mentioned about like the having certain foods before you film, especially for this one. There was certain foods as opposed that she has to make sure she eat or doesn't eat for like the sci-fi fantasy, the action, as opposed to when she's into a drama. Do you find it the same thing? Do you say like, what? All right, so this is what I have to eat before we start to shoot. Do you have that kind of regimen going?
No, I do not have that, but I do know before making any kind of movement, even though you're going to the gym, you do not eat banana.
Okay.
Yes, you do not eat bananas. Bananas are not good for you if you're going to move, your body. So that's the only thing I wouldn't eat before I act, before I move too much. But honestly, if you're hungry and the banana is there or chips, get the banana because you need more strength
The
than
potassium
anything
during the
else.
process, right? Right. So don't eat it before you start, but as like you're in the middle of the whole, actions.
Yes.
Yeah, you do want that potassium. Yeah.
Yes, you can eat it, but before you start working out or, fighting in a shoot, you do not want to eat bananas because it just make your chest so tight and then it makes your entire body tight.
Yeah.
So you will not be comfortable. Even to like talk and make some, move,
Yeah.
banana will stop you.
Huh.
Yeah,
And
because it will give you a shorter breath.
Right.
So it's not just me. So I will see people at the gym who are like struggling and I'm like, did you eat banana before you came here? Yeah. Is there something wrong with it? Yeah.
Weak. Yeah.
Shouldn't eat bananas before coming here.
Yeah, see, you gotta teach them. Yeah, well, that's one lesson. That's very true. That's good to know because people
Yes.
sometimes just kind of eat almost anything. And there's certain things that obviously you don't eat before you start running around, but the little things like that, it's good that people know that.
Yeah, the thing that gives you energy is always apple. Apple's always good for you. It's very light, so you can definitely bite on some apples. That's the best
Oh, that's
thing.
good. Now,
Yeah.
when you think about it, when you do one of these scenes, these action scenes, for example, and then you have like dialogue and everything, um, is it harder for you to kind of think of the dialogue in between the action as opposed to just saying dialogue? Like, do you see any difference with that at all? Because you know how it is when you have to kind of move and know your movements and then say a line and do another movement again. Do you find that easier to kind of put together, or is it like harder for you to, like, how does it work for you with that?
To me, both of them are okay. It's the same to me because I'm in character. Whatever I'm doing, I'm really doing it at the moment. I'm not acting it. Okay. So to me, it's a live show. It's like I'm doing something and then I had a crazy person who happened to be recording me. I'm sorry, Barry, that's you.
I know, well, yeah, well, we're not all there anyway. We're a little crazy, So
Yeah, right.
actually,
when I say crazy, I mean somebody I did not know that
I
was
know.
supposed to be recording me, and because I don't feel like I'm acting. It to me is natural, and sometimes I'll be finishing a line and I have so much emotion, and I have to like cool down and even laugh so I can go back to normal because it's like, okay, it's done, cut, go take a break, and I'm like, okay.
You already
I can
revved
go
up.
back to myself.
Yeah, you already revved up. Okay, so you kind of calm it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. No, but tell me.
Especially my role,
So
it's very intense. I'm a strong girl, and like in real life, I'm a teddy bear. So I like to joke. I like, to have fun.
you do.
So changing to me, from Sophia to Daphnee is like, okay, you gotta at least laugh so I can
Yeah.
go. You know what I mean?
Well,
But to go to from me to Sophia is easy. Like it's easier because
Yeah.
it's like you're going up, you know. But when you're like going from us so much tension, it's like I have to laugh. You see what I mean?
Yeah, because Sophia's pretty serious. I know.
Yeah, to like relax,
And you gotta chill out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yes, definitely.
Well,
Yeah.
tell me this. What, like, people who want to get into what is like a do and don't? Like, you've been in the game for a while. Like, for actresses, really, like, what's something that you're telling an actress that just getting into the world of acting, period? What's something that they shouldn't do?
Definitely don't pay anybody to give you a job. So anybody who's telling you that, hey, you have to pay for this role, don't go for it because they gotta get a percentage of what you're getting. You don't pay for a job, and if you need help, there's so many YouTube channels, that can help you to lead you to the right website where you can audition for a role. So you don't need to pay somebody. And if somebody is telling you that they're gonna take you to a place for an audition, do not go with somebody, okay? And if you feel like the address gonna look creepy, if you see it on the Google and look creepy, take somebody with you. So do not go by yourself, because especially if you're a pretty girl, and especially guys now are not exempt. You know, before we used to say girls only, but now even guys.
Right.
So if you feel like, yeah, if the place look creepy, just, you know, take somebody with you for safety.
No,
okay, and when you see that everything is fine, you see a lot of other actors, it's not just you, then the person can leave, you know, leave you there and make sure that you're safe. So that's, you know, if you're just starting and you don't know the right people yet, you don't have an agent yet, you know, that's something you shouldn't do. Just, they tell you, hey, I see people looking for jobs on Craigslist, and they tell them where to go and they just go. You don't know what you're gonna get there.
Yeah, man, you got so many crazies out there. So yeah, just don't go to places by yourself, and don't pay for stuff. What is one thing? Oh, well, what's something that actors should do? An actress and an actor should do. You want to be in this game, you got to do this.
So if you want to be in the game, you definitely got to get the right education. So you have to train yourself. You have to try to be the best every day. You know, watch movies. If you want to be, and if you don't want to be a lead actress, I'm kind of like, I'm the person who actually want to be in something that they're creating. Like, that's why when they're telling me they're creating trailers, I want to be in it, because I want to be the first person to be in this so I can be a lead actress. So maybe you're not looking for that. So if you're looking to be like you know, The Walking Dead, something like that, make sure you watch that TV show. Because you don't,
pretty much.
Definitely, you have to watch it, because you don't want to get on set and you're just giving your version, because they already have a version going on out there. So you have to watch it so you can get that job. You know, be the best of yourself. Watch everything you see that you like to be a part of it. Make sure you watch them. Okay? And sometimes you can find the script, you know, Google the script and things like that, or or record it, put subtitle, record it, and see if you could do it differently that will still suit the movie or the TV show. You know, record it and then like learn the lines and then do it. You know, do it. Don't try to be like anybody, but try to be better than that person that was doing it.
Yeah, try to kind of bring it to another level. To see something they're not doing, and you try it and just do it. Doesn't matter if it's, you know, just be brave. Just do it. You know what I mean? You're right.
Just do it and try to be better than that person.
Yeah, always.
You understand? Try to be better. So use the same exact line, but be better. And on camera, little is more. So do not do a lot of movement, a lot of eyes rolling, a lot of, you know, it's not just like an interview or just talking. So
that's a very, very good point. Exactly. Don't do the stage thing. You know, less is more, right? Less
is more. Do not do too much on camera. So those are the things you should definitely do so you can be ready.
Now, what about I was thinking about this too. Some people always ask whether or not they should have an agent when they're starting off. Do you find, what would you tell someone? Should they get an agent? Should they not get an agent? How do you see that whole thing working out, especially when you're starting off?
So at the beginning, I didn't have an agent, but the problem is, I'm gonna tell you the problem with not having an agent. The problem with not having an agent is that you're doing everything. And if you're not living with your mom or dad who's paying for your bills, paying for everything for you, it's not easy. Because I have to tell you how many times I'll be going online and there's like 20 jobs I have to submit for all of them. And after that, they're gonna tell me to, you know, to do the slate, to do the video, to, you know, to send to them. And after that, if you have to do like 5 of them, and I have to like submit for these jobs, that's a full-time job.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah. And
it's not only one website that you're gonna go on. So you definitely need an agent, because that's that person's full-time job. You understand? So if your parents are taking care of you and you're like a little kid, hey, yeah, don't get an agent. But I think everybody should get an agent because the agent opened the right doors. But getting the right agent is the problem. It's
What do you
hard
look
to
at?
find the right
What do you
agent.
look for? What do you look for in a person who wants to be your agent? Like what's a quality that you
To be an
say?
agent?
Yeah, like what's a quality saying, I want you with me?
Okay, to hire an agent, you want to make sure that that agent being giving the talents that agent work for the right jobs. So you don't want to you don't want to hire an agent because especially in Georgia, you cannot have more than one agent. Let's say that agent only has extra contacts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna do only extras. So you don't want to be an extra for the rest of your life. Who wants that? Unless you're like very, very bad at acting, you know? So you want to, yeah, that's the only way you will want to be extra for the rest of your life.
People know. Not people don't know they're that good. Who knows? Some people just don't, but you're right.
Yeah. So you want to be on TV, so you just be extra. Yeah, if you want to do that, yeah, you can be with any agent. But if you were looking for the right agent to be the lead, to be on the poster, you definitely have to make sure that that agent put people there already, or that agent have that contact. You understand? That agent work for a company that has that contact. Where you want to be, where you want all that. You see what I mean?
No, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So you what you want to do is go to acting school, meet people. Ask them, hey, who you work for? Who you work with? Are they looking for new talent? And then go try. Email them. Sometimes they're oversaturated. They're not taking anybody anymore. They're always oversaturated. Talk to people. Try to see if they can really give you a chance.
Yeah.
Because the good one, you're gonna hear a lot of no's, but don't give up. Like right now, I'm fighting to get a good one right now. I have one that I'm still emailing until he answers me any better.
Yeah, you don't stop. That's one thing.
I'm not gonna stop emailing him until he hires me. Because I really, I have to hire him. But I really need him because I know all my other friends, he gives them very good jobs. And like I had like 2 friends and they moved to LA right now because he gave them like 2 hit jobs. And I'm like, yeah. So that's what you want, but it's saturated. It's crazy full.
Nah, you'll break through. I mean, it's
yeah, definitely. Because once they see your value, they see what you can do. They will consider. And maybe he didn't even see my email yet.
No, you're right, because he's getting so much. No, you're right. But you know what? But the thing is that since you're like a triple threat. You can dance, you can sing, and you can act. So you got to figure, I said, listen, I could do all that. You know what I mean? So I got a lot of angles. So it's just fine, which is why I want you in my series, and which it works really well. And, everything that we've done so far, with what we had, not a lot of people have. And we just feel very proud of that, and we just kind of look at those who have done it with the same amount of resources we had. And that's how we know we can do it. And we did it. So we're out there now in 5 countries. And we just still continuing. We're going to do some new stuff. And just to kind of tell everybody that we will be doing season 2 of World of Worlds is coming out in this winter. Hopefully this winter, depending how it goes with this virus. But we are going to have a new movie coming out eventually next year that I'm working on as a vampire movie. So you're going to see Daph as a vampire.
Now, I know.
Probably kind of want to see her as a vampire. She's going to be badass. So
cannot wait to see Mrs. X.
Yes, that's right. That's it. So yeah, so everybody got a little peek into it now. Her name is X, so it's gonna be really cool. It's really cool.
Definitely.
It is.
And one thing I want to tell everybody is, just because you did like a nice movie or a TV show, doesn't mean you got it. You can be on a big TV show, everybody know you, and you try to audition again, and they don't give you the job. So don't get discouraged. It's just part of the job.
Yeah.
Sometimes good actors, being in a movie and then they didn't get a job until like 3 years later. So you have to keep trying. You're gonna hear a lot of no's, so don't stop. Just keep moving, you know, because your day gonna come. It might be when you're 40, but you know what? If you become a millionaire at 40, it's not that bad. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what? It doesn't really matter when you become a millionaire. It still feels just as good.
You just gotta become it. So never give
Yeah.
up. If you feel like this is the way to make it, this is the way to become a millionaire, this is what you love to do. Like me, I love acting. But I love singing more. Why? Because I feel like I told you, Barry, I feel like I'm doing something. It's more like I'm putting on a show.
Yeah, well,
You know? So when I do sci-fi, it's the same thing. It's like when I'm doing that choreography, just like I like to do on stage when I'm singing, makes me exciting, you know, very.
yeah. The choreography, yeah, figure choreography and singing is a lot of muscle memory in both.
Definitely,
You know what I mean?
yeah. And that's what I like about sci-fi, is all this movement and everything that you gotta remember, and it's amazing.
No, it is. And I think that, us guys, everyone in sci-fi and fantasy and like even the indie, especially us indie filmmakers, it's just so much to do, but it's so rewarding. And it does kind of feel overwhelming at times, but it's so rewarding because it's a place where we can encompass all the other genres in this genre. Think of it, right? We're do sci-fi fantasy, but you could also put a romantic comedy in there. You can put, of course, obviously, drama in there. You can make it a feel of a documentary. It's one of those only genres that you can actually input other genres into it, where other genres don't allow you to do so much. So I think that's what's so great. It gives us a lot of flexibility to do what we want, and you get to do a lot of what you want. And if it's something new, hell, it's something new. It's a fantasy world. We have to worry about it. So I think that's what's so great about it. But I want to say thank you so much, Daph, for being with us today. I think a lot of people now know you much more now, and I think it's going to be great.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for having me. You know, I always enjoy talking to you, working with you. You always do some amazing job, and I cannot wait for the vampire movie.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for it either.
Amazing.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank you, Daph. And I'll see everyone again on my next interview in the Action Sci-Fi Fantasy Creators Lounge. Thanks again, everyone, and peace out there. Be safe.
Bye. Thank you.